Hello, hello. Great job this week. Here's an E. Here's the E. This is your 6th string, the low E. 5th is the A. The 4th is the D. The G here is going to be the 3. Your 2 is the B. And then the E up top. Yeah. So when we have our Spideys, we're playing an F, F sharp, G, G sharp. That 5th note right here is the next is the string open. A. So E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then A. You never really jump around, but it is okay to do a 1-finger extension. Happens with piano, happens with cello and everything else, violin, yada yada. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that 5th is going to be the next note up each time, except for on the G string. We stop at the 4th fret, and then that one is the same as the D note right above it. And then we revert back to the next note being the next above it. Cool? I hope that really helps out. Other than that, what I'd like to say is this week you're going to be playing 8th notes on the root of the C major. So C, 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 play a big old C major chord, play an open D, 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 D. Now if you know how to play the D major and we keep that D solid, we can move this F sharp down to an F note by moving our finger and then replacing our finger there. That's our D minor, D major, D minor. So with all these chords, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, with all these chords, what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna play them with our teeter tots. Maybe together, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to the 1 of the chord and then going to the 5. Now here's the 1. Now here's the 6th. Here's the 1. Now here's the 7th. Here's the 1 again. So going back between all the notes that you know, major to minor, major to minor, major, 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 minor, 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 minor. Doesn't matter how you do it as long as you have hands-on application. What we're looking for is something along the lines of this. Ready? Starting at 2:15. Right there. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished. Now if we know B diminished, B minor is B, D, F sharp. So a B, a D, and then an F. To diminish. Here's our F, here's our B, here's our G, here's a D, here's a B, and here's a G. So if we play a G major, but we put a F over the top of that G major, we get our B diminished. All right, every chord does this, and what I'd like you to do is start with the 3rd, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, G to A to B, and then B to C. No matter where you start, you're always gonna get that. The reason why we show these different techniques for these scales is because each one of them can be used all over the fretboard. The one that I use the most is this one. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5. Relatively, we could have 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, and then we could have 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, open, 1. Each one of these is a great way to learn how to play the notes in every key. Never played that one before. I have millions of times. Brain farts today. So, as we're seeing, What we did was a rhythm structure that are based off of these chords. So it's tedious and boring, but do your spider exercises, do your teeter-totters, and then wrap it all up with some fun song. Today's fun song is going to be I'm So Glad. We're going to take an E major. We're going to play 3 downstrokes, moving up a half step, and then we're going to play that fourth one with a down, down, up, rest, up, down, up. So what it's going to feel like is this. That's the whole main part. I'm so glad up to D. I'm so glad. E, I'm glad. D, I'm glad. E, I'm glad. I'm so glad. E, back up to D. I'm so glad. Back to E, I'm glad. To D, I'm glad. I'm glad. It goes through verses. Tired of crying, E to D. Tired of moaning, back to E. I'm tired, tired of you. It goes through the verse a couple times, then it goes up to that. The real secret to this one is getting the rhythm down, going slow, and then speeding it up later. This is by a band called Cream, written by Eric Clapton, I think. And then, actually, it's probably written by J.J. Cale. Most of Eric Clapton's stuff was. So after it gets through that possible part, there's a couple different things we can go over of the song, which are cool, dynamics, other strumming patterns. However, that's a great way to end on this video. Thanks for being here today. Work on these scales. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C at the 3rd fret, D is going to be open, E is at the 2nd fret, F is at the 3rd fret, G is going to be open, A is at the 2nd fret, B is going to be open, and C is at the 1st fret. When we play with our 2nd finger, I've got C is at the 3rd fret, D is at the 5th fret, E is at the 2nd fret, F is at the 3rd fret, G is at the 5th fret, A is at the 2nd fret. Ooh, here we go now. This is going to be a B. It's going to be at the 4th fret, and then it resolves a half step to the 5th fret on the G string, right there with the pinky. And then when we go to our 3rd fingering, it's going to have our 1st finger on the C at the 3rd fret, our either 2nd or 3rd, but if you go with 1, stay with 1. See how I did that? This one stayed with the whole pattern, and then this one stayed with the whole pattern. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's the one I use the most. Other than that, we're going to piggyback off of all these ideas. We're going to work a little bit more with the describing chords. So your chord of the day is a G6, right? Or an F6. What do we work on? G6 or G9 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, G9. So it has an A in there. It's a sus chord. I could have taken that G major and put the 9 right here. I just don't like the low notes because that low note is a 2. It changes the ear when you take that A and you put it up top. It becomes a 9. Ooh, listen to how much difference that is. It's just so gorgeous. So we have it built like this. Here's a G major. Move this finger down to the A note. Take this finger to play the B. Move that over to the G and put the pinky on for the other G. Gorgeous. G9. Anyway, it's wonderful seeing you this week. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Aloha.